Hello and welcome to the 8 Keys to Naturalised English Speech, weekly lesson for Key 1A. Now I'm going to start, we haven't done this before. Today for the first time we've got a Discord link that you can click on and then you can talk back if you want to. So I'm just going to paste that in the comments here. Now you'll have to bear with me because this is the first time we've done it with Discord. So if it takes me a while to get used to, please forgive me. But we'll see how we go. Hopefully I'll get better at it as we go along. So if you are watching along, you can click on that link and you can talk back to me and I can hear what you're saying and give you feedback on your speech. So in the meantime, I'm not sure if there's anyone actually coming to participate live tonight. So if not, that's fine. What I'll do is I'll do a lesson on the vowels of this key, and then even if you're watching it in playback, you can still practice the vowels. If nobody comes to watch live, the lesson will probably only go for about 10 to 15 minutes. If somebody comes in, then obviously we can have a bit of participation and it will probably go longer. So let's begin. So if you're watching this, hopefully you've come here because you're participating in the 8 Keys to Naturalised English Speech program. Now the first key is a free subscription trial, and this is also free, what I'm doing right now. So the first key, as you would know then, is practicing the long vowel E and the short vowel I, and making a differentiation between the two. Now, sometimes people who are learning English as a second language find this as a difficult thing to do. They confuse the E sound and the I sound. And so in the key, we practice that every day. There are different exercises. And so today I'm going to give you some tongue twisters to work on those sounds. You can work on them in your own time. You can copy me. If it's too fast, you can always play it back and do it later. So let's begin. Now I'm just going to copy the first one into the text here so you can see. Now give me a moment. Here we go. Now this first one is specifically working on the short I sound. So in English, because you may have just started with this key, E and I are made the same way with your mouth, but it's just the length that is different. All right, I'll read this out. You can read along. Six, sick, hicks, nick, six, slick, bricks, with picks and sticks. It's difficult to say, obviously, but that's the point. So let's say it again. You can copy after me. So we're practicing the I sound. We're also working our mouth with the consonants, obviously, being a tongue twister. So let's copy after me, or along with me, I mean. Six, sick, hicks, nick, six, slick, bricks, with picks and sticks. And one more time. Six, sick, hicks, nick, six, slick, bricks, with picks and sticks. Okay, how did you go with that? It's quite hard to say, I know. All of these things, if you find it really difficult and you can't say it properly, even as well as you can say it, it's still good to practice, and over time you'll get better, and that's the main thing. So yeah, don't despair if you can't say it perfectly. All right, one more time for that one and then we'll move on. Six, sick, hicks, nick, six, slick, bricks, with picks and sticks. All right, the next one, I'm going to copy it in, is also the short I sound, another tongue twister. I'm just copying it into the comments now. And so this one is working on the I sound, as I said, but also the W sound, W, consonant W. So I'll read it out to you. I wish to wish the wish you wish to wish. But if you wish to wish the witch wishes, I won't wish the wish you wish to wish. Now, this may sound like nonsense, but it actually has a meaning. The person who's speaking, so I, is saying, I want to wish, because you can use the word wish to mean I want. Like I could say, I wish to order cheese and a pie. What a random order at a restaurant. Or I wish to have a drink of water. So it's a kind of a fancy way of saying I want to have a drink of water. So it's like saying I want to wish for the wish that you want to wish for. That's what the first part is. But if you want to wish the wish that the witch wants, so a witch as in a, on a broomstick with a pointy hat who casts spells and cooks things in a pot, that kind of a witch. But if you want the wish that the witch wants, then I don't want the same thing. That's basically what it's saying. Very confusing, I know, but again, a lot of tongue twisters are. Now, so as I said, wish can mean I want something. It also, it can mean if you have a wish, it can mean like often in fairy tales or different stories, someone is given a wish, and usually it's by kind of a magical figure, like a genie or a fairy, and they might come in and say, you have one wish or you have two wishes, and then that character can say anything they want. So they might say, I wish to live forever, or they might say, I wish to have $1 million, or they might say, I wish for world peace. Normally they don't wish for that, but and then the genie or the fairy godmother will grant that. You may know the famous story of Cinderella. In Cinderella, her fairy godmother comes and says, I will give you one wish, and her wish is to go to the ball to meet the prince, and that's what happens. So that's what a wish is as well. Also, another way we use it is often there's like a tradition in a lot of English-speaking cultures where when it's someone's birthday and they have a birthday cake, and when they cut the cake, we say, this is just a silly tradition, we say don't cut it all the way to the bottom. So you cut, but you don't touch the plate with the knife, and then you've got to make a wish. So in your mind, you don't tell anyone. So you make a secret wish for that year, something you want to happen, and then you cut it. So there you go. There's an interesting cultural tradition you might not have known about birthdays in a lot of English-speaking cultures. So that's a wish. So wish can mean I want something or that kind of wish. And then the which I already talked about. Okay, so let's practice saying this now. I wish to wish the wish you wish to wish. But if you wish the witch wishes, I won't wish the wish you wish to wish. Maybe I'll say it a bit slower because that might be hard if you're just starting out. I wish to wish the wish you wish to wish. But if you wish the witch wishes, I won't wish the wish you wish to wish. Does that make sense? I'll say it again a little bit faster. I wish to wish the wish you wish to wish. But if you wish the witch wishes, I won't wish the wish you wish to wish. Okay. Again, if that's hard, just replay over me saying it, practice it in your own time, practice it really slowly if you need to. Okay, now we've got 2 more tongue twisters only, and these are from Dr. Seuss. And if you've been following along with my lessons, you will know that I use Dr. Seuss a lot. Dr. Seuss is an amazing author in English literature who's sadly passed away. But, oh wait, it's too long. The piece I'm putting up is too long and it won't work. So let me just shorten it. I'll keep talking while I do. So Dr. Seuss is an amazing author who wrote a lot of books kind of for children, but they are they have wonderful kind of nonsense verse, but it's not all nonsense, but they're fantastic for practicing speaking. So now I've put the text of this one up on the screen, but I've actually got the book here, Fox in Socks. If you've never read this, I recommend getting it because if you are practicing speaking, this is a fantastic tool. So I'm going to read from the book just so you can see the pictures, because actually when you read Dr. Seuss, a lot of it makes more sense if you look at the pictures. You can see what he's talking about, but you can also read off the screen. It might be easier than trying to follow off this might be hard to see. So this is a book called Fox in Socks. And in this book, basically there's a character, which is the fox in socks. That's him. And he is talking to another character called Knox. That's Knox. And basically giving him all these tricky things to say. That's what the entire book is about, is Fox in Socks giving Knox things to practice saying. So in this, and Knox gets very annoyed because he can't say them. So that's why it's good practice. This book is really good to practice because it's all tongue twisters. So I've chosen this page because there's lots of short I sounds. Oh, sorry, I just realized I've copied the other one. Okay, second one, I'm on the wrong page. All right, same thing though. There's the fox and Knox. Okay, so we're going to read this bit here. And he's talking about trees made of cheese that you eat. So obviously this is nonsense, but it's an interesting idea. Trees made of cheese and fleas, like little fleas that bite animals, when he's saying fleas. And fleas, he's talking about also a freezy breeze, which would mean a cold breeze when he gets to that bit. And the cold breeze made the trees freeze, as in the trees froze like with ice because it was so cold. And again, I'm just explaining it because I know sometimes you can just think this is just nonsense, but it actually does have a meaning. So that's why. So I'm reading from here. You can read from there. Try to say this, Mr. Knox, please. And just that first sentence, if you're with key 1E, we've got the short I in this, and please has the long E. Try to say this, Mr. Knox, please. Through 3 cheese trees, 3 free fleas flew. While these fleas flew, freezy breeze blew. Freezy breeze made these 3 trees freeze. Freezy trees made these trees cheese freeze. That's what made these 3 free fleas sneeze. Lots of long E sounds here, as well as obviously consonants and many other things. So we're just going to say it again slowly a few times. Now, it looks like nobody's tuning in to speak back to me today, so I'll just keep going with this and you can watch it back at your own pace and practice in your own time. But in future weeks, we might go over some of these texts again. That way, if you are watching and you want to practice during the week, you can tune in on the Discord channel next week during our live lesson, and I can listen to you speak these things then, which will give you time to practice. Okay. Try to say this, Mr. Knox, please. Through 3 cheese trees, 3 free fleas flew. While these fleas flew, freezy breeze blew. Freezy breeze made these 3 trees freeze. Freezy trees made these trees cheese freeze. That's what made these 3 free fleas sneeze. There you go. I made 2 mistakes. You can see it's quite difficult. So if you're making mistakes, don't feel discouraged. Okay, we'll say it one more time because I made mistakes that time. Now, depending on what your native language is, you might find the sound very difficult to say, or like through and 3. At this point, Don't stress too much about that. If you're continuing on with these keys, we're going to deal with that sound later and teach you how to say that sound better. So for now, just focus on the long E sound. So if you're able to say that well, that's the point of this lesson. So don't kind of think, oh, I can't say the sound. We'll get there. All languages have some sounds that are very hard for certain other people. Like I always say, I'm learning Chinese and I find the he and the he sounds really difficult. And if you speak Chinese and you listen to me, you probably can tell. But every language has sounds that other speakers of other languages find difficult. So yeah, you're focusing on the E. Don't worry if you can't get the th at the moment. Okay. But like I said, we will do that in a later key. So if that's something you struggle with, stick with the lessons and we'll get there. Okay. One more time. From Through the Three Trees. Through 3 cheese trees, 3 free fleas flew. While these fleas flew, freezy breeze blew. Freezy breeze made these 3 trees freeze. Freezy trees made these trees cheese freeze. That's what made these 3 free fleas sneeze. Okay, how'd you go? Is it difficult? It is. It's difficult even for me to say. So totally understandable if English is not your first language and it's difficult. So we might leave it at that for today. I had some more, but I might save them for next time because that's taken up almost 17 minutes, which is probably enough practice. You might start to get a bit over it. So I'll put that back with my Dr. Seuss books on the shelf here. So yes, Fox in Socks. If you've never read it, I recommend it. So yeah, if you're watching this later, I mean in replay, play over it, practice it, and if you're interested, if you've just stumbled across this and you're interested, you can go to our website, 8 Keys to Naturalised English Speech. The link is on our YouTube. And if you're already subscribing and you're doing the lesson, and that's how you come to be here, I hope you're finding it useful. Remember, just write to me if you have any feedback, if there's anything that you think would be more helpful. And yeah, you can tune in next week to get feedback on your speech. And if you talk to me on that Discord link, nobody did today, but if you do, I can actually listen to you. We can all listen to you and I can give you some feedback, which is hopefully useful. So yeah, thanks very much. Have a great day and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.